spa. Getting away is not that hard. Vacation in your own backyard.
The junk goes right to the center. All the weight goes to the center of the pool. And by doing that, what it'll do is it puts a ton of stress on the outside edge of the pool. So for one, it'll make your cover last about half of what normally is. So it'll wear out a lot quicker. And then it also puts a lot of extra stress on this. It can start moving and breaking some of these outside, like the outside caps and things. When you close them, you want to make sure that you have this thing snapped down really well. Peter likes to even put a little silicone on there, just to make sure. But what's the one thing about this pillow that looks weird? It's really flat. So basically, if you put your hands through it or step on it, you should be able to hit the ground. If you can't, it's too full. Because what'll happen is once you start getting all that pressure on the top, will make this thing very tight and expand it. And if that's already full, there's nowhere to expand. So instead of expanding, it just blows up. So what you do when you're done with that is you take this and throw it on the pool. And you can use yellow rope. This particular one has cable on it for some reason. But what you do is you take this and you get the rope underneath the top rail and then run it through. There's a couple things. You can go over the top rail, tie it in a loop if you want, and tie it on the inside. You can do that. I personally don't like doing that because then all winter long what happens is this thing sits there and rubs on the top rail and it'll scratch the top rail all up. Typically we like using rope, but all you have to do is just take something like this, tie a big knot in it, and then that's not going to allow it to go underneath the top rail, come back out. The one thing you don't want to do is kind of along the same principles as what filling that air pillow up full, is you don't want to make this line taut. If this line becomes taut, what'll happen is as soon as the pressure gets on there, it's going to rip the ends right out of the pillow. So it's important that you have the cable, the wire, rope, laying down on top of the water all the way across. So that way it's got room to move, it's got room to expand and contract.
Tigers pool and spa. Getting away is not that hard. Vacation in your